Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. We got some military surplus uniforms from Americana Pipedream. I bought this with my own money. I'm not sponsored by Americana Pipedream, but I was curious to get some German Flecktarn, some Austrian uniform, and a couple British uniforms, and a sling. So let's unbox it, let's check it out and see what we got. And the bayonet of choice today is a German K98K bayonet. It's actually a Carl Eichhorn, kind of rare, but it's seen better days. Definitely seen better days. This push button, release button is actually frozen in place due to all the rust and corrosion, but the stabby part still works. So let's use it. All right, here we go. What's the first thing we see in the box? A green top. Let's flip it this way. Thank you. Olive green, almost new Austrian KAZ 75 top here. Now, as the name would suggest, 1975 was the year that these were released. Let's take a better look at it. All right, so as mentioned, this is the KAZ 75 olive drab green top here. Got two upward facing pockets and some really wide green plastic shiny buttons. Looks pretty snazzy. Olive drab, you know, it's an earth color. I mean, it'll blend in somewhat to an environment, but it's not an actual camouflage. Let's see what the tag says here. So this is the size. This is an 88 to 92. Looks like it has a date of 1986 on it. There's some information about the material, 67% polyester and 33% viscose. And we just flip it over to the back side and that's what we got there. All right, not too bad. If you like this kind of content, be sure to pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. Also, check out the merchandise link in the description. Help support the channel. Get yourself a Battlefield Curator hoodie, t-shirt, or jacket. These are custom made, custom camouflage. Definitely helps out. Appreciate it. Now back to the content. All right, we got to see what else is in the box here. We got, let's go for the sling here. This is a VZ58 sling. It's actually in pretty decent shape here. Czech, this is the Czech Army proof mark here. And there's some other information here, 1978. All right, cool. And the sling looks like it's in pretty good shape, better than I thought it was gonna come in. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more ragged, or you might have seen maybe more wear on the leather here, but it just really doesn't look like it's been issued or used. Pretty good, not bad. Next here in the box, all right, look at this. This is a British MTP. Now, MTP is multi-terrain pattern. Multi-terrain pattern was introduced by the British military. They got licensed from Multicam to create the MTP pattern. Let's take a look at it on the table. All right, getting an overall look at this MTP field shirt. It's looks pretty new. It's pretty snazzy camouflage, yes, derived from Multicam. See, the British during the Afghanistan war needed a better camouflage for that environment. So in the early 2000s, they started issuing the MTP. So basically what I noticed too is we've got some upward facing pockets, some subdued plastic buttons, and we've got something here probably for rank, where you would put like a rank. There's no pockets here on the shoulder, but on this shoulder over here, there is a very cool British flag. Oh look, we got a tag here. Shirt, Barrack, MTP. And the size is 170/85. And there's some, what it's made out of. It's 70% cotton and 30% polyester. And what's this? Made in Cambodia. They outsourced this to Cambodia. And the garment does not have insect repellent. And there's some more washing instructions there. So yeah, actually I ordered two. So I ordered one that was medium and one that was small. So let's see which one this one is. Yet again, it seems pretty new, pretty good looking, pretty snazzy. British flag. Overall, great condition here with this one as well. But the size on this one is a 170/90. So this one is the medium and the other one is the small. You can see the size difference just by laying it on top of each other right there. All right, so let's see how this blends into the southern fall environment. All right, next here in the box is the Flecktarn parka. All right, this one has been issued. You can already tell that because, yeah, it's a little faded down here. Let's lay it out on the table and see what we got. All right, there it is, the Flecktarn, German Flecktarn parka. The Flecktarn was pretty much introduced around the 1970s, kind of based off of other military patterns during World War II. Flecktarn translates to spotted camouflage, where spotted or blotched is fleck and Tarnung is the word for camouflage. So just taking a closer look at it, it's not worn that much at all, really. And you've got some buttons here that hold it together. You've got a hood and you've got a zipper going down the middle. Now the thickness of this parka, it doesn't really seem that thick. So I wouldn't say this is like for like heavy winters, but you do have a little bit of thickness and it probably just adds an extra layer to whatever you're wearing. It's got pockets down here on the bottom that are zippered. It's got upward facing pockets here on the breast pockets. It's got shoulder boards. There's an upward facing button pocket on the left shoulder and a German flag. Isn't that cool? All right, so for the underarms here, you do have a zipper to ventilate if you are sweating or a little overheated. So that's what it looks like on the back side there. Not too shabby. Now, interestingly enough, the cuffs are not button, they're actually Velcro. Shoulder boards are also Velcroed. And there's also a drawstring here on the bottom to tighten up the parka. There's also some tightening strings on the inside to tighten up the waist on the parka. All right, there's a tag, and it just has some information on there. As far as the components, it's 80% baumwool and 20% polyester. And you've got a date on there on 1996. This is about 30 years old, not too shabby. Now, Flecktarn itself, as I've heard, is going away, and they will be introducing a new camouflage in 2026. But the relevancy of this camouflage, if you're going to use it for hunting, is probably still relevant, especially in the fall here in the south. Let's see how it blends in. Well, that's what we got. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you thinking about getting some kind of uniforms for hunting or just going out hiking? Do you want something that matches your environment? If you can find some pretty good deals on military surplus, I think it would be worth it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to pulverize the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Also, check out the merchandise link in the description. Yet again, BattlefieldCuratorStore.com. And as always, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.